At Colebrook Academy and Elementary School, we are committed to providing opportunities to support each student's pathway during school and after graduation, not just academically, but in relationships, emotional skills, and overall well-being. In order to do this, we follow New Hampshire's multi-tiered system of support for behavioral health and wellness model, which is a comprehensive framework of social, emotional, and behavioral supports to promote student wellness and improve engagement in learning. There are 3 tiers to the system. Tier 1 is universal school-wide support for students. Tier 2 is additional targeted support for at-risk students. And Tier 3 is individualized services for students with higher needs. This video will share with you the 3 tiers of our MTSS-B support structure and how you can partner with us to create the safest, most supportive environment to learn. The first tier of our system of behavioral support for our students includes universal school-wide support for all students. Colebrook's MTSS-B prioritizes universal social-emotional supports. In our classroom, teachers use whole classroom strategies like morning meetings and daily check-ins to make sure each student feels safe and supported as they are ready to learn. We also utilize our Mohawk Pride behavior matrix, our values chart, and our transferable skills competencies, all of which provide guidelines for universal success of all students in all aspects of their day. For example, our Mohawk Pride behavior matrix serves as a visual tool to clearly define and communicate expected behaviors for students across different areas of the school, like hallways, the cafeteria, the classrooms, allowing teachers and staff to consistently enforce and reinforce appropriate conduct throughout the school day. If you walk through our schools on any given day, you might take for granted that Tier 1 of our system of supports is happening all around you.
We make sure that everybody knows they can have their needs met, because without our basic needs met, we can't learn. And that's a very important piece in my classroom.
I find that the high school is really good with those regulating kind of pieces for themselves. If they need to get up and move, they'll use that time to, go sharpen their pencil or something like that. Or, go use the restroom if they need to go for a walk or go to the water fountain.
When one of our students is having a hard time regulating their behavior and needs extra support, they may receive targeted supports, which is Tier 2 of our MTSS-B framework. Our teachers receive professional development, work with counselors and other support professionals, and consult with colleagues to learn how to best provide targeted support for students who need it. Our teachers often collaborate to share information and strategies that work best for each student to help regulate their behavior.
It's basically once that student starts interrupting the learning of other students, that's when it becomes a bigger issue. If they're only causing issues for themselves, then it can be dealt with just by me. Once it's disrupting everyone else and everyone else's ability to learn, then it becomes a bigger issue.
Today, I had a student, he's having some issues with other classes, discipline issues. I really want to get him into my CT programs for next year. I pulled him out of one of his classes today, had a long conversation with him about behavior and how important it is for him to step it up so that I can get him into those programs.
If a student continues to struggle after implementing Tier 2 supports, our counselors and other professionals will use Tier 3 supports, individualized services, to help students. These are behavior interventions that take place outside of the classroom and usually with a counselor or an administrator or a community member.
We also like to use our outside resources, including some of our counselors, and recognizing the needs of the students to say, hey, so-and-so's having a hard day. Can you talk with them? Would you be able to help reset? So sometimes it's myself, sometimes it's just knowing the right resources. Reaching out to the right people is really important.
We want to make sure there's an understanding that I didn't punish you because I just felt like it. I did it because this thing happened. So cause and effect, you did this, I had to do this. Let's talk about it so that tomorrow we can still function as a teacher and student.
We want our students to understand the difference and see the impact that behavior interventions can have on their school community.
It was more in the elementary when they taught us how to like resolve issues and stuff. And now I think because of that, we don't really have that many issues in middle school or high school anymore.
It's not like an upfront discussion topic. It's more like, oh yeah, no, so this. Like, we talk about the pride rubric thing.
That is way better. Because if one person can't learn that way and they struggle doing it that way, they're not going to learn at all from that. They're going to think it's boring, when there can be a lot more to that.
The goal is to help the student with the behavior that is preventing them or others from learning and receiving an education, and we know that not all students learn in the same way or come to school ready to learn. By using the MTSS-B framework, our students, staff, and administrators can create an environment where it's safe for everyone to learn and grow. And consistency is the key to a framework such as MTSS-B.
I think it's better because, again, you're making those connections. You're pulling out what's good in these kids.
I've spoken to a lot of parents who appreciate this piece in my room. Is I expect all students to respect each other.
You can join us in this effort to support the behavioral health and wellness of all of our students by talking to your child about our Mohawk Pride Behavior Matrix, our values chart, and our transferable skills competencies. You can also share with teachers and counselors behavior supports that work best for your child, and read more about these policies on our website, csd.sau7.org.